News 8 at 11 begins right now with breaking news. Today's storm has turned deadly. Within the last 10 minutes, we learned that 3 members of the same family were killed after a tree fell on their car during the storm. The crash happened around 5:40 tonight in the area of East S Avenue near South 47th Street in Kalamazoo County. 3 more members of the same family were sent to the hospital. 1 sustained critical injuries. The other 2 are stable at this hour. Crews in Climax Township got to the area of the crash around 5:40 tonight. Investigators have not released the names of the people who died. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. News 8's Josh Sanchez has been monitoring damage in that area and joins us live now. Josh, what are you seeing there?
Yeah, Duncan, the Kalamazoo County Sheriff's Office says they got more than 130 reports of downed trees, power lights, and other damage. Now, some of that damage includes the Marathon gas station on West Main in Oshawa Township, where you can see the overhang has tipped over during the storms. Now, Oshawa Township Fire Department says that it was the high winds that caused the structure to lean over. Now, they say that the store will remain closed until crews are able to stabilize it. We followed this damage all the way down to Sturgis in St. Joseph County. Now, multiple trees took down power lines or fell on houses. At Memory Lane Mobile Home Park, a lot of the homes there were missing skirting and are without power tonight. Michigan gas crews were on scene, and one man tells me some of the mobile homes were shifted from their foundation. I spoke with a couple in a neighborhood not too far from the park, and they remember hearing the whipping rain and roaring wind, and one of them says she has heard this sound before.
Last year when the tornado hit in Portage, I was in my car in a parking lot, and I was in the tornado, so it was really scary. So as soon as we got the severe alert, the tornado warning alert, I'm going to the basement because I'm not going to poo-poo. You know, it's just a tornado warning. We have those all the time in Michigan. I don't have that attitude anymore.
Over in Calhoun County, the sheriff's office there says that a gas leak and a roof collapse in Taconcha has closed the main street for the time being. In Oshawa Township, Josh Sanchez, News 8.
Strong winds then made their way through Plainwell, causing bricks to tumble at the old mill there. You can see the damage in these photos. The city says no one was hurt in that incident, but they want people to stay away from the area for now. Those same winds caused trees to tumble across West Michigan, one even landing on a home in Jamestown Township. You can see the force of the winds by the size of that trunk and roots that were uprooted there. It wasn't long before the winds hit areas in Kent County, ripping the roof off a barn. These photos sent in by a viewer in Gaines Township. The storms also damaged the roof on a Fruitport Elementary School, forcing staff to call off class for those students tomorrow. News 8's Adriana Doria is live there now after talking with the superintendent. Adriana, what are you seeing?
Duncan, it has certainly been a difficult afternoon for so many different people in our region, especially here in Fruitport at Beach Elementary. You just mentioned their roof is now off of their school building, and they've had significant water damage inside the building, that ultimately leading them to close school for tomorrow. I did speak with the superintendent of Fruitport Schools, Jason Kennedy. He tells me that there is significant water damage in their gym, which also serves as their cafeteria, so they're going to have to figure out how they're going to have meals for kids here. But you can see in this video lots of debris, lots of damage. It almost looked like it was raining inside the building because when the roof was off, all of the water made its way into the gym, causing significant damage there and also to various classrooms. Now, again, you can also see in this video they actually have sheds in the back of their building that has a lot of their recess equipment, those toys, things like that. That all completely flying in the wind all throughout the back of the building. It's all over the grass. So really, what is next? Kennedy says school is closed tomorrow, likely will be closed for many days this week. As they work to make all of these repairs, they're going to have an insurance adjuster here on site tomorrow morning. They're going to be looking at the damage, seeing what needs to be done to make this building safe enough for students to replace back, to bring back to school. He says, again, it will likely be closed for many days this week. But as you can imagine, for someone like him who enters this industry for the kids, seeing everything fly in the wind is very emotional. Take a listen.
When I pulled up to the building and saw the roof membrane laying over the side of the building, to trees that have fallen, to a shed that had all of our playground equipment on it, literally being picked up and thrown against the building and smashed into pieces, it truthfully brought tears to my eyes.
He did tell me that there was one person in the building when this started happening. They are okay, but that did make the repair process a lot quicker because they were able to act faster. He did also say he wants to thank the community for the kind of outcry that they have seen on social media, people wanting to help. But with that comes him actually saying to please stay away from the building because of how much debris is out there. They don't know. There could be nails, there could be dangerous items. So he says, in order to keep everybody safe, they want to make sure that just crews here are on site, so they have it blocked off with cones. So to the entire community, they want to thank you for your help, but to say, please stay away from the building until school opens up again. And all of those updates will be through their normal communication methods and also on social media. In Fruitport, live in Fruitport, I'm Adriana Doria, News 8.
There was no shortage of sites like these around West Michigan today. Downed power lines sparking and leading to widespread power outages. Here's where the numbers stand right now, according to Consumers Energy. If we take a look at the outages here in West Michigan, about 191,000 total people affected. That actually down since 10 o'clock by about 3,000 people. But that's the entire state. That also includes outages that persist from the ice storm that hit up north over the weekend. Many of those communities up there reaching their second night without power. About 130,000 of those total 190,000 outages were caused by the storms coming through West Michigan. That according to consumers who we just spoke with minutes ago. They said this dual front is making things a little challenging as they try to restore power. They have 600 crews on the ground ready to go, but had to move some of those from the northern end of the state to the southern end of the state as that weather ramped up this afternoon. Take a listen to where things stand right now.
We have damage assessment crews on the ground right now. They are out there figuring it out. There's lots of lines down. And so being able to, now that the wind has rolled through, being able to get out there and start to do the damage assessment, that's the first step in any restoration, is to figure out where the damage is, what the what's our number one issue, whether it's broken poles, cross arms, or lines on the ground, and figure out where we're putting our crews to get the highest number of customers on a circuit back up and running.
We've been in touch with consumers all day as this story developed. They said that the reality is that the outages here in West Michigan will likely be restored before those up north because the snow and ice is still affecting operations there. So things won't be back to normal up north until maybe Tuesday or as late as Wednesday. Here in West Michigan, consumers hopes to have all of those outages restored by the end of the day tomorrow. Now let's hand things over to Scott, who's retracking that storm on radar. Scott, how did it all play out?
Hey, Duncan, we had those storms quickly advance across West Michigan, the time frame between about 4:30 this afternoon and 7:30 this evening. So something unusual with these storms is just how fast they were traveling, sometimes up to about 70 miles per hour. And we had the winds matching that, if not exceeding the travel of those storms. As you can see, that those have now made their exit away from West Michigan. As we look at all of the severe thunderstorm warnings which occurred, you can see that much of the lower peninsula was blanketed with those severe thunderstorm warnings earlier today. We also had 10 different tornado warnings issued by the National Weather Service. As you look at some of the different reports, you can find that we had numerous occasions where the wind was gusting over 60 miles per hour, including a gust of 81 miles per hour in Grand Rapids. Lots of tree damage, power line damage, of course, and still evaluating if there were any tornado touchdowns. There was likely a tornado that touched down in Newaygo County. Here's our temperatures through today. We started things off this morning near 40 degrees, quickly warmed things up through the afternoon. That provided the fuel for those storms, along with very healthy dew points. There's a lot of moisture hanging in the air. And now you can see that we've started to cool things off in the wake of that boundary. Let's get a look at our Monday morning. There's the possibility of seeing some sprinkles and flurries occur as we step into tomorrow morning. And it looks like it's going to be cloudy and on the cooler side, with high temperatures only able to make it to about 40 degrees tomorrow afternoon. We're continuing to watch for the next chance of severe weather, which looks to move in on Wednesday. We'll talk about that further coming up in the 8-day forecast. Duncan?